host, James Lepore. This is the only show of its kind in Southern Maryland where we talk about the entertainment scene. There's always a lot to do. And we're brought to you proudly by Birch Propane. My special guest today, Tessa Silvestro. Tessa, thanks so much for being here today.
It's good to be here, James.
Now, Tessa, a lot of people will recognize you because you're the drama teacher at St. Mary's Ryken, correct?
I am indeed.
Probably all your students out there saying, "Oh, Miss Silvestro, Miss Silvestro."
Oh,
but in addition to that, I mean, you're an actor, you're a director, you're a stage manager, you're a set designer. You kind of do it all.
I dabble in everything. I like it all.
But where's your heart? I mean, if you had to pick just one thing to do, which would it be?
I don't know.
See, I like to throw in surprise little questions to unnerve
I don't know if I like
guests.
to admit it, but I do enjoy stage managing.
Do you really?
I mean, I like being on stage. Everyone likes being on stage and being the star. But stage management, I think, found me when I was in high school. And so it kind of stuck to me. I'm very good at organizing things, and the stage manager has to be extremely organized.
Was that your introduction to theater? I mean, by started off stage managing and then went to acting?
I actually started acting when I was 10. I was Munchkin number 2 in The Wizard of Oz.
Very good.
Yeah.
A key role to be
the most important role.
The most important Munchkin.
But, and then as I started performing more, and then I went to high school, and my teacher things ever since.
Very cool.
Trying to figure out.
And the reason you're here today is not because of set design or stage managing, is because it's for your acting. You are the star of
one of them,
the new show opening at Hard Bargain Amphitheater in Accokeek. Did I say that right?
Accokeek, yeah.
Okay, I haven't been to this theater yet. I'm dying to, and of course I will come to see your show. The show is called Fat Pig.
It is.
I think the title alone probably unnerves a lot of people. They see Fat Pig. It's not about pork. We're not going to a barbecue. It's actually referring to a person.
A person, yeah.
And now this is written by Neil LaBute.
LaBute, yes.
Okay. And I understand it was critically acclaimed. As a matter of fact, it says here it won the Outer Critics Circle Award for Outstanding Off-Broadway Play in 2005.
It did. It was actually set up to do a Broadway run this past season.
Starring you?
No, it's not starring. But
well, you don't know. Let's see how this goes.
Dan Cook and Julia Stiles.
Very cool.
But they stopped it, and they're going to try it next season. I don't know why. Probably one of them got a movie deal somewhere, and
that'll be you next.
Maybe.
All right, so let's talk about the play. All right, so blunt title, and it refers to what?
Me.
Okay.
My character.
Right, and so tell me a little bit about your character and how it fits into the plot.
I play Helen, and Helen is a plus size woman who happens to meet a man named Tom. And the show actually follows Tom more than Helen. He's kind of the protagonist of the show. And so Tom and Helen meet, and they start to date. And Tom has 2 friends at work who are skinny. You know, the 3 of them are skinny and tiny, and I'm not. So it's kind of how his friends choose to deal with it, how he chooses to deal with it, and really takes a social look at how important are conventional good looks to a person in a relationship. You say that's the theme or the purpose of the play is to examine that? Or? Yeah.
Okay. I understand. I went through a lot of different websites reading about the show, and some describe it as a comedy, some describe it as a dark comedy, some even describe it as just purely a drama. Where would you say that fits in?
I call it a dramedy, a kind of a mixture between drama and comedy. It's very comedic. It's kind of one of those comedies where you're like, do I laugh or not? You know, because it does, a lot of the humor is based in looking at a person's size.
Right.
So you're like, it's funny because they're clever jokes, but you're like, do I really want to laugh at that? I'm not sure if I should laugh at that. But it is funny. I mean, I laugh at some of them.
So it's one of those shows that really, I mean, maybe slightly disturbing to some, but really, if nothing else, I mean, it makes you really think and walk away with a lot to
Neil LaBute is very good at making you sit there and think.
Has he written other plays as well?
He has. The only one I've really looked at extensively has been Fat Pig. Another one, he is The Shape of Things, which also looks at image, but on a different side.
Okay.
More of a good looks, not in like weight but in like facial good looks and stuff like that. And he does a lot of social heavy shows.
Gotcha.
I guess is the best way to put it.
Okay. Now, was there anything in particular that attracted you to this show? I mean, obviously audition notices go up. I mean, did you just look at this and know the show beforehand and say, that is a role I want to tackle?
I did. I read the show in college. You read a lot of plays in college.
Towson, right?
Yeah, Towson University. And this was one that everyone's like, oh, you should read this because I think you would like the role of Helen. Because being a plus-size woman in theater, it's very hard to find roles.
I have a copy of your resume. It doesn't look like it's hard for you to find roles, but okay.
It's hard to find good roles, I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I do a lot of ensemble work.
As opposed to like Munchkin #2, that's the key role in The Wizard of Oz.
Right. I do a lot of ensemble work, but in musicals, but it's hard to find leading roles and roles with a lot of. Usually, you play the funny one or the, you know, the cheesy one or something like that. So to find a character that actually has some sort of meat and something you can sink your teeth into is very different.
Okay. Well, here, difficult question for you. I mean, you as a woman, how difficult was it to, you know, accept the role, play the role, in terms of the fact that you are playing somebody who is in that role because they're large?
Well, the character of Helen herself is actually portrayed very well. She's a funny, very open, very comfortable with who she is. So I had to make myself a little more comfortable than who I am in order to play that role. But I think she's portrayed as a very good person. She's probably one of the most likable characters in the show.
I understand the other characters, so not necessarily likable.
They're not necessarily likable, but they're there to show contrast.
Okay.
You know, if you had how much problems would you have in the show if you had four very likable?
Without conflict, you wouldn't have much of a plot.
So it took some getting used to. Sitting in rehearsals, you know, the other characters, the characters have lines. You know, they get called cow, slob, pig, you know, fat, and to sit there and listen to it, it's difficult. But
yeah, I would imagine. So
you get used to it.
It is filled with kind of, we could say, hateful dialogue.
A little bit, but it's 4 points.
Okay.
It's not just let's be mean to this type of person for this for no reason.
And again, we remind the audience that there is a theme to this, and you are supposed to walk away with a message. True.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, your dad, people who recognize the name Silvestro will realize that 3 weeks ago, your dad was my guest.
He was indeed.
As one of the stars of Willy Wonka, which is now over. I'm so sad. But I did get to see it 4 times.
I saw it more.
400
times. Maybe something.
You know what? I would have seen it more. It really, really was good. And your brother is in a production too, which we'll talk about in a little while. Probably, ultimately, I'm sure I will have Bradley here one of these days. Now, the show opens this Friday, yes?
It does. Open this Friday.
Okay. Friday, August 5th to Saturday, August 20th. Now, when I saw that, I said, wow, that's a lot of shows. But actually, what I didn't realize until we just spoke is that at Hard Bargain Amphitheater, performances are only on Friday and Saturday nights.
Correct. It's outdoors, so to do a Sunday matinee would be very difficult with lights in the sunlight. So we only do Friday and Saturdays, and we call it a night.
And from what I understand, it's kind of like in the middle of the woods, right?
Yes, you walk down, and it's natural cutout in the woods, and you sit in. We have plastic chairs that we set up.
Oh, I love it! I can't.
Lawn chair type things.
I can't wait to go.
Bring your bug spray.
Okay.
I will say bring your bug spray.
And just general admission. I mean, you get there first, you sit up front, and that type of thing.
Just general seating.
How many people can it accommodate per show?
As many as we really want. I mean, we have there's a whole concrete kind of like patio place, and we can fill it up with as many chairs as we have. I don't know how many.
Just keep adding.
Sure.
Very good. So the show's supposed to start at 8, but if they keep adding, it may start at 9:30.
There's no building, so there's no fire codes with how many people you can have in. You can it's the woods. You can fit as many people as you want.
And plenty of parking. Is this an elevated stage or?
Yeah. What it is they've kind of concrete out a patio type place, and then they've built up a stage where all the performances happen.
Okay. Well, for the first time that I'm finally getting to go to the Hard Bargain Amphitheater, I'm really glad that it's a show that you're in, because I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it twice as much because of that. Ticket information, $10 for adults. I mean, really, that's Very inexpensive.
Very
$8 for students, seniors, and members of the Alice Ferguson Foundation. Now, I personally don't know what that is, but you members of the Alice Ferguson Foundation can get in for $8.
That's where the theater is located, is at the Alice Ferguson Foundation farm.
Well, that's the answer to that. Yeah. The theater opens at 7:30. Performances begin at 8. It says reservations are accepted but not required, I guess, because they can keep adding those plastic chairs. If you want to make a reservation, you can call 301-292-5727, and it's easy to make a reservation. You can send an email to hbplayersboxoffice. That's a mouthful.
Yes,
at gmail.com, and the website is hbplayers.org.
Correct.
Okay, I can't wait to see this show.
It's going to be very good.
Fantastic. Well, I've got a lot of other things coming up this weekend in addition to your show opening. We stick around and we'll talk about all other fun things that people can do in Southern Maryland.
Absolutely.
Sweet. We will be right back after a brief word from our sponsor, Birch Propane. Propane heat is efficient, versatile, and environmentally friendly. Call Birch Propane today to learn more about this economical heating solution. Our certified service technicians can answer any questions you may have and show you the most efficient and effective way to heat your home. Propane also fuels many home appliances, such as stoves, ovens, dryers, even hot water heaters. See our website and learn more or call us today, 301-373-2131. Birch Propane, building a greener future.
Whether you have a suburban-style yard, a farmette, or a large farm, Carroll's Equipment, your John Deere dealer, has a tractor or mower for you. Choose from a small riding mower or move up to larger models that take a variety of accessories. Right now, Deere has special financing plans on most models. You'll get the best lawn and garden tractor built and great rates and terms. See Carroll's for details. Carroll's Equipment, the largest John Deere dealer in Southern Maryland. Route 235 in Dameron, 10 minutes south of Lexington Park.
Hi, and welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your host, James LeBour. My guest today, Tessa Silvestro, star of Fat Pig at Hard Bargain Amphitheater. And again, that's in Accokeek,
yeah.
Maryland. Okay, well, everybody can Google that and find the way. Although if you go to the website, I do believe there's very good detailed directions.
Yes.
Okay. Again, the name Silvestro, we just mentioned before that your dad was here 3 weeks ago, Larry Silvestro, as one of the stars of Willy Wonka. Your brother Bradley is now playing Snoopy, is he not? And this is in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, which is the latest production at the Three Notch Theater, Newtown Players. It's based on the comic strip Peanuts, obviously by Charles Schulz. And this show runs July 29th to August 14th. Now, I understand the role of Snoopy, too. He had to tap dance. I mean, whoever got the role of Snoopy had to tap dance.
They wanted someone who could tap dance.
Okay, well, I guess Bradley fits that bill.
He does. He's
now,
a tapper.
have you seen Charlie Brown yet?
I have not seen the show. I'm going to see it this Thursday. I'm very excited.
Well, I'll have to go Thursday, too. Okay, we'll get 2 seats right up front. Ticket information, 301-737-5447, or go to the website Newtown, with an E, T-O-W-N-E, players.org. And the Three Notch Theater is in the old Lexington Park Library in Lexington Park, the little shopping center with Linda's Cafe. And actually the director of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, a mutual friend, Missy Bell, was my guest last week. We were talking about it, so go see a good show.
It's going to be good.
Other exciting stuff going on this weekend. Cool stuff going on down at the Ruddy Duck. Thursday, the Piranhas. Now, Saturday night, I got to see the Piranhas at Fat Boys Country Store in Leonardtown. Really good. It's Mike Dameron, Anthony Dameron, and Rusty Williams, and sometimes Justin Miles pops in there too, but Rusty Williams, that was the lineup Saturday night. So they're playing at the Ruddy Duck on Thursday night, the 4th. On Friday night, the 4th, the Ruddy Duck is Just Us. Now, that's a band I have not seen. And Saturday, the 6th, Four Friends Band. Now, I know that's a jazz band. You probably know Roy Johnson. He's the band teacher over at Esperanza.
Oh, yes.
And he's one of the Four Friends. I've seen them play. They're really, really good. So, hey, you got 3 straight nights at the Ruddy Duck. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, Saturday. Everybody wants something cool to do on Saturday. 5-hour event from 4 to 9. They're having something called Beach Party on the Square in Leonardtown.
Yes.
Now, is this a new event? Do you
No,
know,
they've
or-
been doing this for several years now.
Where do they get the sand from? And who sweeps up the sand after it's all
Not me.
done?
That's all I can.
I'm not doing it either, but I will go. It's a free event, and there's a lot of activities for the kids. I have a little thing taped here. The tug of war, fitness games in the sand, fire truck hose downs. I think I'll skip that. Dance and fitness performances, magic show, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, balloon twister, classic cars, jump rope, hula hoop contest, face painting, yay, running of the balls. I don't know what that is. Amusements, crafts, food, and more. If you want more information on that, 301-475-9791. The reason I said about magic is on an upcoming show, I want to have Reggie Rice, who's the super magic man.
He's a good friend of mine.
Is he really?
I went to high school with him.
Very cool. And I've been speaking to him
did.
lately, and he's so personable and so fun.
We used to do theater together in high school.
Nice.
Yeah.
And was he doing magic then as well?
No, but he started a little bit after he graduated high school.
Very cool. I think he'd be an awesome guest. Do a little magic, very colorful in front of the big
very fun.
buzz wall here. And he's actually he does a lot of private shows. I was looking at his schedule. It's like private parties, you know. But anybody can see him on Saturday at this beach party on the square in Leonardtown at 5 p.m.
Awesome.
And he will be on soon. I just need a weekend where he's doing some public events that we can talk about that. Get some magic on the buzz. That'd be cool. A band that I've been hearing a lot about lately, but have not gone to see yet, even though they've been around like forever. Nuttin' Fancy. Nuttin' Fancy Band. They play classic rock, southern rock, 80s. It's Ed, Mark, Cheyenne, and Steve. People say great things about Nuttin' Fancy Band. I want to go to see them, and this weekend they're playing two different places. On the 5th, they're playing Seabreeze in Hollywood. That's a nice venue. So go to see Sam Grow there sometimes. Yeah. And on the 6th, they're playing Cryer's Back Road Inn in Compton, and they're going to be outside. That's also a really nice venue. I saw Sam there a couple of weeks ago. That's
Very nice, very nice.
Now, speaking of Fat Boys Country Store, Rusty in the Middle will be playing Friday, August 5th. Now, Rusty refers to Russell Williams, amazing percussionist, and that is Dylan Galvin, Justin Miles, and Rusty Williams on percussion. They're playing 7 o'clock at Fat Boys Country Store, which is 41566 Medley's Neck Road, Leonardtown. So, and it's even easier than, you don't even have to GPS it. Go to the Leonardtown Middle School, go down Medley's Neck Road, exactly 1.5 miles, and boom, there's Fat Boys Country Store. That's near your house, too, isn't it?
It is right near my house.
You walk over and go see Rusty in the Middle. Dylan Galvin, now again, pull Dylan Galvin out of there because there's this whole new brotherhood of musicians here in Southern Maryland, and they all like interchange and form different bands. Dylan and Rusty will be playing, just the two of them, at Gilligan's Pier on Saturday, August 6th from 2 to 6 p.m. Now, more fun stuff that I don't even need a paper to read from. Tuesday night is week number 8 of Karaoke Idol.
You're an 8 already? Wow.
Oh yeah. Just this will be the 8th one. We've got 7 finalists. It's week 8. You really need to come down. It is so much fun. Fat Boys Country Store again, Medley's Neck Road, Leonardtown. 10 weeks of competition, and there's a karaoke finalist, one for every week. Amanda's one of them. Ooh. And at the end of the 10 weeks, there'll be a whole big, bloody battle with swords, and now there'll be a big sing-off, and the winner gets $500 cash, and I think even better, the opportunity to sing their song live on stage with Sam Grow.
I might have to.
I think you should throw your hat into the ring there, Tessa. Now, as far as time is concerned, it starts at 7, and that's like warm-ups, and you don't have to enter the competition. You can just kind of jump in and sing for fun. That's what I do because I've been a judge the past couple of weeks, so I can't be in the competition. But you can just sing for fun. Then about 8:30, 8:45. Depending on how many people enter the competition, which is only $5, by the way. Good return on investment. Yeah. $5, win 500, and a chance to sing with Sam. It's good. So then the competition starts about 8:30, 8:45, and runs till 10. Now, as long as you're 16 years old, you can go to Fat Boys and be part of the competition. 16 to 21, obviously, you need to have a parent with you or a guardian, some reasonably responsible adult, and you got to be out by 10.
Right.
But yeah, it's a good time is had by all. Last thing, this coming Friday would be the first Friday of the month, and that means First Fridays in Leonardtown. I went last First Friday. That makes no sense. I went last First Friday, the first Friday in July. Had a blast. This is whole, you've been there, right?
Yeah.
It's like whole bohemian atmosphere. There's performers and people singing out on the street. Great food. I ate so much. I had so much fun. And then you can kind of like walk in and out of the different stores.
Right.
Comic book store, bookstores, yay.
Yay.
That's it. Tessa, I want to thank you so much for coming here and talking about your show. Fat Pig, Hard Bargain Amphitheater opens Friday and Saturday nights for the next 3 weeks. Go to see it.
Bring bug spray.
Bring bug spray. Very talented woman. You do not want to miss this. My name is James Lepore. I am the host of The Buzz. I want to say thank you very much for spending this time with us. We want to thank Birch Propane, our sponsor, and my special guest today, Tessa Silvestro. Thanks again. I'll be back next Monday with a brand new episode that will run 60 times throughout the week. Yes, that is 60. It's amazing. So, but you know, everybody gets a chance to see it. And there's so much going on in Southern Maryland all the time. Try to catch the episodes when you can. Make little notes. Go support your local artists and performers. Very important. Again, thank you for being here. You have been watching The Buzz.